The fourth chakra's prominent element is water. The color is black. Location is upper right chest area. And the quality is courage. The main feelings are courage, humility, surrender, fear, worry, and dismay. The direction is counterclockwise. So at this chakra, we will experience courage. Daaji shares a story of a young man who crossed the river on a stormy day with the help of a dog and climbed the balcony with a rope with his beloved. And after next day, they realized the log which he used was not a log but a cord, and the rope used to climb the balcony was not a rope; it was a snake. So love is blinded, and it gives the courage to uh, come face the dangers, realize the danger, and achieve your goal. Another story I remember about Shivaji Maharaj story where the fort which Shivaji Maharaj has built, people reside in that fort, and by evening it gets closed. And every day one milkmaid from a far off village will bring milk to all the people who are residing in the fort. So one day what happened is she was enjoying the celebration happening inside the fort, and she forgot to go back because the gate gets closed at 6 o'clock. No one can go outside the after 6. And she pleaded the guards that she wants to go to her village because her baby is all alone there. And guards said, no, we can by Shivaji Maharaj. And she was so tensed and she was worried, and at the same time, she has to reach the different corners of the fort, and she, climbed the fort, and the heightened fort, jumped from those fort and reached her village. And next day morning, when the guard opened the gate, they said, coming in. They asked, "How come you went outside again?" He said, "I jumped from the fort." I notified this to Shivaji Maharaj, and Shivaji Maharaj then called her and asked her to demonstrate how she went out of the, and showed her this is the way, and from this corner of the fort, jumped and beat it. So Shivaji Maharaj said, "Okay, go ahead, jump." Think that it is the same situation. She couldn't do it. So then we all understood the love for her child was so blinded that in the dark also, night, post dark night, pitch dark, he managed to climb the heighted fort and jump from the fort. So the love gives us the courage, all the danger, and so when we are at the third chakra, last Saturday we learned that the love blossoms. So during the third chakra, there is an emotional turmoil which can, conceal the divine bliss. Yes. But at this fourth chakra, it is calm and settled down, like the quality of water. And love becomes fourth, comes to our consciousness at this chakra. You feel reassured, support, and guidance. So in our day-to-day life, we need to overcome the challenges, overcome temptation, overcome lethargy, and do what is right. And this all comes through tuning into the heart. So at this chakra, we are more following the inspiration and guidance of heart. And for following the inspiration of heart, we need courage. Daaji says at this fourth chakra, when you are developing courage, you also develop courage to overcome the fear, because heart region is a realm of opposites. So as we know, in the past chapters, we have learned how we feel the estrangement, the Big Bang theory or whatever it is, from the dark, from the source we are separated. So that estrangement is there. So the fear is the first samskaras which covered us. It is the first samskara developed in our soul. So this estrangement feeling fades off when we ask, when the soul asks, why am I afraid? It fades off. And then in everyday life, there is a conflict between the desires of ego and the inspiration of the heart. And that creates the fear inside. So fear obscures our clarity and love, and it replaces them with insecurity. On the other hand, love gives you courage to become flexible and make positive choices. Courage does not come from ego. Courage comes from the clarity that love gives. Now we will understand what are the qualities at the fourth chakra we experience. First is flexibility and flow. Second is humility and resoluteness. Third is deeper connection with the Guru. And fourth is letting go with love. One by one. Flexibility and love. As we know, the characteristic of this chakra's element is water, and water, we know it is so flexible, it is effortlessly. If there are any obstacle also, it moves. To experience a fluidity at this chakra. So in our day-to-day life, we need it demands constant adjustment to different circumstances, whether it is financial, whether it is family situation or sickness. Always an attention. It calls for your attention. So we are dwelling in an inward journey as well as outward journey, because we are into the spiritual path. So there is a pull inside, and then at the same time we are in the sansar. There is a pull outwards. So we need to be flexible. So spirituality at this fourth chakra, we develop this flexibility. It gives more courage and strength to balance the inward pull and the outward pull. We adjust, we adapt. We are always consciously doing it at the third chakra, but at fourth chakra, it becomes automatic. The adjustment becomes automatic. A humility and resoluteness. So at this stage, you grow humility and you are steadfast to your goal. You remain steadfast to our goal. You don't feel stressed or agitated. You are more centered and you act with greater decision. And it can be observed by people around you, and they comment about your humility. Then the third is deep connection with the Guru. At this fourth chakra, as you progress, your relationship with the people deepens. You often, express your thoughts, your guidance, and sharing your feeling more freely with you. And also, especially in your journaling, there is more of a share in your feeling. Discover deeper meaning in the writings you may have read before, and thoughts of kindness and care flow from your heart towards you. Next is letting go with love. So surrendering or letting go it plays a crucial role in our spiritual endeavor. So with love is nothing but surrender. What you think, what you eat, what you speak, with love, it all is an action of surrender. So the baggage what we hold, the samskaras, the baggage of samskara that holds on our back, we take it off slowly with the surrendering mode mentality. These all baggages slowly leave there. We come out of the bondages and negative patterns. And as you progress your spiritual journey, you attain deeper levels of surrendering, and it enables to experience the deeper levels of love and growth. This completes the fourth chakra, that is courage. No one has. Anyone wants to share? Yes.
Thanks a lot, Rashmi ji. The more we listen about these chakras, the more perspectives we get into it. Daji's way of explaining in a very, very easily understandable ways, instead of going into, too many details. It's very, very easy to understand with examples, very beautifully. So I have went through one of the past chakras recordings as well. So very beautiful. And it calls me to read this book, uh, and the way you're as well explaining, very beautiful. So thanks a lot. And meditation is the base, and the awareness with meditation is the key. So the more we meditate, the direct impact in our life is awareness. If we are meditating for the sake of this half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and we do not exercise on becoming more and more aware, or rather consciously exercising our awareness. Awareness do comes from the practice of meditation. However, we have to be conscious and exercise that awareness in the right direction, choosing the right thoughts. And with these things, we can become aware of these energy centers, because each energy center is connected to certain way of functioning. The courage, the fourth chakra, the flexibility, the connectedness. So we can realize these things when we become aware. Where do we function a lot? Are we courageous in our discussions? Courageous doesn't mean always being rebellious. Courageous is flexibility, very beautifully said. So we can realize which part of our energy center is active. So thanks a lot for bringing these insights in such a very simple, beautiful way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramji, for your icing on the cake. As always, I was missing this many weeks. Yeah, thank you for joining and adding your energies. The meditation was and the group energy was. Thank you. Anyone else wants to share? Please unmute yourself. Thank you for the chat message. There are no more sharing session. Next, the master. Thank you all for joining and adding your energy.